I was in class and this trailer was released, and the class was the slowest hour of my life because I wanted to make sure I got home and I could watch it. I could watch it on I got a big old screen up there. I've seen only 2 things of this trailer so far, and that was Chewy. Everyone spoiled that for me on Twitter, but might as well start it. Try to run over here quick. Here it goes. Okay, that's cool.
The force is strong in my family. My father has it. I have it. My sister has it. You have that power too. Chewie, we're home.
We gotta play it again. I always wondered what happens to all the wreckage when it blows up in
The force is
space.
strong in my family.
Oh, and that's so cool.
My father has it.
Is that like
I
that?
have it. My sister has it. You have that power too. Chewie, we're home.
So if you want to know how to do a trailer correctly, that's how you do it, man. The music was especially good in it. I really liked that they brought some back of the really familiar music, and it really, except they kind of started, they did something, they took the old music and they really started building on top of it, and they kind of went into like a higher and higher pitch, and it just it's getting more and more, like for every scene they were showing, it was just really digging inside you. The stormtroopers kind of looked, that whole little shot of the stormtroopers, there was a bunch of them, it kind of looked very Hunger Games-ish. So I mean, which isn't bad, it's just that it's a little bit of, I guess, a little less saturated from a lot of the color of what what we know of from the other movies. The saturation seems to be a bit more laid back, if anyone knows what I mean. One thing I noticed was that instead of putting Disney's logo in there, they just put Lucasfilm. So I'm guessing that's how it's going to open. Because, I mean, one thing I've been really bothered about, of course, is that the movie is not going to open with the 20th Century Fox music, da 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 da. It's going to be really weird for a Star Wars movie not to open with that. And then I thought it'd be really weird is if they made like an orchestral version of the Walt Disney logo and they showed that instead, and then the Lucasfilm logo. But from this trailer, it looks like it's just going to be Lucasfilm, and then let's get the movie started. Seeing Han and Chewie at the end was, oh my god, okay, first of all, whoever says Harrison Ford is really old and why are they still using him for movies like Indiana Jones and this, why are they going back to all these old actors? Well, if you see him in this trailer, he looks pretty good for his age. He's got to be hitting 70 now. He's got to be in the 70s, and he looks pretty good for his age. I mean, I'm sure they're doing tons of makeup, but man, he's still kicking it. And except Chewie hasn't aged at all. They show Darth Vader's mask, which I've always been kind of bothered by that. How can they burn his suit when they did that at the end of Return of the Jedi? I never understood, how can you burn metal? Like, they were gonna just burn his suit. But then they show here it's kind of destroyed, but it's still around. They don't show who is looking at the mask, but someone is. I mean, we also hear Luke, Mark Hamill, he's doing some dialogue and he's talking about his family is strong with the Force. His father was, and then they show the Darth Vader mask, and then his sister was, and then someone's being handed a lightsaber. I want to almost say that that must be Leia, just because of what he's saying. They don't show any faces. So you see some wreckage of a Star Destroyer, which is kind of cool. It was a very beautiful looking shot, and it almost looked very, I'm guessing it was all CG there, but it looked very much like a matte painting, like how they used them in the original trilogy. They did a lot of matte paintings back then, and that whole shot kind of looked like a matte painting. So it's very beautiful. It's a very beautiful looking movie so far. I love J.J. Abrams. I think he's really good. I've loved every one of his movies. The first trailer, I was excited. You got the look down, but they didn't really reveal anything more. It was just this is what's gonna look like. I just never thought we'd get a 7th Star Wars. I never, ever thought that was gonna happen. I was just like, we got the 6 movies, and I like the original very much. Some of my favorite movies ever. The prequel trilogy, I like them just alright. They're good. They're still pretty good. They got better as they went on. But a 7th movie, an actual sequel to Return of the Jedi, I never thought would happen. I didn't think it was possible. I didn't think, how can you even make another story? Well, they're doing it, and I think they're doing it well so far. So, until the next trailer comes out,